Building agentic AI means understanding across the spectrum on agency, where do we want to fit in to solve a user problem. Being able to build agentic applications means you can now offer a user experience that was never applicable before. You couldn't do it without this technology. But applying the right technology, the right level of agency, and using the right type of agentic patterns to solve a customer problem is super important, because then you have a sense of how to go about using the building blocks to create that experience that you want to create, whether it's task-based routing, whether it's prompt chaining, or autonomous agents. So this is a good segue into some of the conversations around building blocks of agentic AI. But this is important because you'll have to sort of look and piecemeal, what does it mean to now build agentic AI when you have seen the patterns, when you've seen the use cases, and then you can start matching to saying, what do I need to be able to accomplish that? So at first, on the left-hand side, top left, I talk about configuration. Essentially, these are things that you should start thinking about that have very little relation to application code. Your goal definition. What are the types of goals and tasks, your system prompts, would you want to support in your application? What are the guardrails and safety checks? Can your agent be able to search up your competitor in that same experience? That's your choice. What kind of guardrails of safety rules do you want to apply using configuration that guard the overall agentic application? What type of large language models would you want to use for certain select scenarios? For example, some of our customers use Gemini 2.0 for video creation, but they use Claude for structured output and document creation. Knowing how to use these large language models and where they would fit in your agentic task definition and usage scenarios are super important. If you get this wrong, you will tend to want to spend cycles and try to figure out how to get this right. But I start here because it's super important to know what are the basic structure of your agentic application. Move to the right, top right, we'll go to application code. There are three key things, I think, amongst a lot of business logic piece, I think people should be looking into more deeply. Task clarification. If the user asks you to do something, have they offered you enough clarity to be able to complete that task? Your applications need to be able to now take the overall goal definition, see if the user prompts matches to that goal definition, use models or other technologies, tools and technologies to clarify the task. This will improve the user experience, because if you get your output wrong by assuming a whole bunch of things, then you've wasted time, cycles, and overall user experience to fix that problem up front. And so you have to think about building that task clarity so that you can solve the problem fast, quickly, and efficiently on behalf of the user. By task, I really mean the goal. You could have a goal to be able to, as I said, open up a ticket in ServiceNow or Asana. In order to do that, you could ask some details. Hey, what is it for? What do you make available to the large language model or the set of tooling so that it can actually complete tasks in your environment or retrieve information that help it complete tasks that the user has specified? And last but not least, using the right SDK, using the right frameworks for simplicity, not necessarily for abstraction, so that you can move faster. Those are the core building blocks that you take into application code. They're business logic related. They're not infrastructure related. On the bottom left, it's measurement. I think it's super underrated today that evaluations are not a core part of everybody's building stack as much as they should be. Benchmark performance of a large language model or benchmark performance of a particular agentic AI is not useful because it's not solving a task that you have designed for your users. Being able to build offline, online evaluations of the user experience, it could be through LLM as judges, human feedback. If you don't have evaluation of how well your user experience was, did you answer the question? Did you get the task right? Did you complete the task on time with the right level of accuracy? You'll have to run a few simulations, but you'll have to think about evaluation as a core part of the measurement of your user experience. And how would you then use that information to improve your system prompt, to improve your task clarification, to improve your function calling, to improve your choice of LLM? All of that hinges on evaluation.